Greetings, all you maniacs and minds runner crimes. Welcome back to another Warframe weapon showcase. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Infested Nunchuks, the Pulmonars. I don't know if that's actually how you say it. I'm just going to say Polymer because Pulmonars, whatever. The names keep getting weirder and weirder and harder for me to pronounce. So DE, please, for the love of God, stop it. Anyway, these things are incredible for a number of reasons. And we'll get to that, and you'll see that when we do the steel path. So, this is how I have mine built. Atlantis Vulcan is the only stance for nunchucks, unfortunately. Now, you see something here. There's no slash. It's the end of the world. Slash is the only thing that makes melee weapons good. Shut the fuck up. Seriously, if you think that way, shut the fuck up. These things do not fuck around. Yes, their critical chance doesn't make it red crits possible without using the Helios trick. Yes, or does that even work anymore? Did they nerf that? I don't remember. Yes, it's only got impact, but it actually also has viral, and I put corrosive on it because I'm going to be going against Grenier. Now, if you're going against Corpus, I would recommend putting toxin on it. You could also just go ahead and build magnetic. Magnetic plus viral equals dead Corpus, like, fast. Also, this thing has a 4.4 critical multiplier, which is pretty good, pretty high. It has a base multiplier of 2.3. Anyway, this is the build I use for every single melee weapon. I mean, I don't even know why I show this anymore, but it is the exact same build for every single melee weapon I have because it works, and that's really it. It works. It works against any level. It doesn't matter. If I'm going against Corpus, I will most of the time. Well, it doesn't even really matter unless I'm going against Steel Path Corpus, which doesn't happen very often. Then I'll build Magnetic or Toxin. But this build right here will slaughter non-Steel Path Corpus. Even Steel Path Corpus will get fucked because of the impact. Anyway, this thing also has a very high status chance of 72% with the mods I have on it. So the standstill combo, I think I've shown Atlantis Vulcan before. Standstill combo is pretty simple. The move forward combo, again, is pretty simple. The standstill block combo is this twirly thing, and it'll actually fling enemies away from you. And the move forward block combo is this. So it allows you to close distance and everything. I really do wish that there were more stances for nunchucks. But whatever. This is how it works against level 145 Cryptid Heavy Gunners. So I'm just going to stand here and spam. Now, when we go into Steel Path, this damage will actually go up. Or it won't really be affected. More like it. So, yeah, these things, as you see there, it flicks enemies away, which isn't the worst thing. Most of the time, the enemies will just die. So, obviously, that's what you want. You want the enemy to die before they're flinged away. But I really do hope that one day we get more stances for nunchucks, because there's quite a few of them in the game. The nunchuck, the prime nunchucks, I forget their name. Oh yeah, the Nikandi Prime. So how's it compared to the Nikandi Prime? So the Nikandi Prime versus these, they actually have fairly similar stats. It's just that the Nikandi Prime has slightly higher critical chance and very slightly higher critical damage, and ever so slightly higher status chance. And the Nikandi Prime come with innate electricity instead of innate viral. So essentially, is there any other difference, like attack speed? Yeah, the Nikandi Prime is a bit faster, and that's it. Not rocket science to the difference between them. Anyway, so we are going to go into the Steel Path against Grenier. And after it destroys Steel Path, because let's face it, a melee weapon with these kind of stats is going to obliterate Steel Path, as you'll see, I will show you where to get this weapon and what you need for it. Spoiler alert, what you need is a little bit annoying, but luckily isolation vaults and just the isolation vaults and the vault bounties exist now. The Pulmonars is what I'm going to call them. This nunchaku is crazy. It is very, very potent. And no, I'm not using Nariman because there is absolutely no need to use Nariman. I do have to get my energy up, though. I should make more energy pizzas. But to be fair, I've mostly been playing Fallout 4 and not this. So, let's get this going.
They have just shut down all systems. I'm sending life support capsules your way.
Here's our first enemies. Yeah, it looks like you need Slash to kill enemies quickly in Steel Path. Yeah. Oh man, Slash would make this weapon so much better. I mean, yeah, it would, but they're nunchucks with ball sacks on them. I don't think they're exactly going to be cutting enemies to pieces. I'm going to do that just to do it. And the enemies are, in fact, getting procced with viral by my Panzer Volpophyla. So, if you count that as cheating, I don't care. Also, because the enemies are being procced with viral, you could say, well, then put something else other than corrosive on, or try to put like heat or something else on the weapon to maximize damage. It doesn't matter, legitimately. Oh, also use the Cuba Nucor. Doesn't matter. Look. Well, here's the thing with condition overload. The damage gets so fucking dumb, so goddamn quick, that you don't need to worry about, you know, always using the Cuba Nucor, always trying to proc like 1,000 status effects on a few targets to kill them quickly. It does not matter at all. You see how strong this is? And do you know what enemies I'm going against? That's right, Grineer. It just... Yeah, this weapon just absolutely obliterates Steel Path. I think the block standstill combo is the strongest combo. I haven't looked into Atlantis Falcon, but I have a feeling that it gives a boost when I'm using the block standstill combo. And you see all these orange crits and these double stats procs? Yeah. Red crits are just pretty at the end of the day. Yes, they hit kind of hard, but I honestly do believe that having more status than crit is probably much better for Steel Path. Normal missions, it won't matter, because you're just destroying everything in one shot anyway. And yeah, even though this thing doesn't have an enormous amount of range, the way Atlantis Falcon swings the weapon, you basically cover everything in front of you and behind you a little bit, so that's kind of neat. Some stances don't do that, to be honest. Especially the Rapier stance, Vulpine Mask. But, you know, Rapiers absolutely destroy Steel Path. My Plague Kripath Rapier, ooh, I know. I haven't made the meta polearm with the Plague Kripath. I don't care. I'm very ranty today. I apologize if I sound very like a sour mood. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't been playing this game very much, but it really isn't hard to get back into this game. I do wish Fallout 4's melee system felt this good, though. Anyway, my ranting aside, this is effortless. I am just beating the fuck out of these guys. Does the Nikandi Prime work better in Steel Path than this? What the hell? What the hell was that? I think technically, yeah. But I don't know. I would have to try it. I assume, yeah. But is this weapon bad? Fuck no. So, this just goes to show, don't look at a weapon stats and say, oh, that's garbage. Try it and see what happens. Because sometimes the weapons that look like garbage are incredible. Absolutely incredible. Like, to me, I thought the Tenora's stats were like, it's just another crit assault rifle, but the Tenora is actually very powerful. when the Tenora Prime comes out, oh man, that thing is going to be strong. That thing is actually probably going to destroy the Soma Prime. Let's be honest here. Oh, it's Misery. God damn it. Oh, the annoying one. I would get the annoying one. Fucking die. Get out of here. Oh, you did die. Thank you. I just beat the shit out of him. This is essentially what I'm doing. I'm pummeling these dudes with infested testicles. Anyway. Super easy. Like, this really isn't a problem at all. Steel Path, melee obliterates Steel Path. It basically does not matter what weapon you use. Steel Path is going to get destroyed by melee. Just because of how overpowered melee is. It's just the nature of melee. If they made melee weaker, it wouldn't feel as good. So, yes, melee is super duper strong, but I really do not think it needs to be nerfed. Because melee should be strong. I feel like melee systems in games should be very, very potent. Especially if that game has a lot of shooter elements. You need the melee builds to be able to keep up, right? So, to allow people some variety. Anyway. Would it be cool if this thing had like an interesting heavy attack, or if it was like, you know, had something, a little extra spice other than just having viral? Yeah, but does every weapon need to have that extra little spice? No. I mean, these are just like generic nunchucks. Nora, shut the fuck up. Yeah, these are just kind of like generic nunchucks in the end of the day with an A viral. If they ever give us Zaw nunchucks, that is going to be gross because Plague Zaw nunchucks would be disgusting. It would basically be this. But of course, you could modify, you could customize them however you want. Anyway, so what do you need to build these things? Well, you can get them from here with, you know, 180 plat, or yeah, that's what you need: 2 argon crystals, 24 parasitic tether moths, and 60 devolved namalon. These materials are kind of annoying. The Argon Crystal, not so much. Just run missions in the Void with Necros or a squad of them, and you'll have plenty of Argon. Or you could run Mirage to kill all the enemies really quickly. Or you could run with Zaku with a nuke build, with a box breaker build, or Limbo the box breaker build, and get Argon Crystals that way. Whatever. The Parasitic Tether Moths, I'm not exactly sure where they drop. My assumption is I did the new bounties, the new Deimos bounties in those vaults, and I got them. So I assume they drop from an enemy. I could be wrong. Or they drop from containers, but I want to say they drop from a special enemy. It feels like a special enemy thing. And it evolved Nelaman. When you do enough of those vaults or break enough crates down there, you should have enough of that to build all of that. So that's what you need. And this thing is MR11. So you get these incredible nunchucks at MR11. But if you're an MR11 and you're going after this, it's doable. I 100% believe it's doable. So if you really love nunchucks, I definitely do recommend these things. They feel so good. That's all I have to say about this weapon. It's fantastic. Would definitely recommend you go after it if you like nunchucks. If you don't, then maybe not. I can understand why some people don't like nunchucks. You only have one stance. The stance is good, but there could be a little bit more variety in there. When are we going to get dual nunchucks? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, in Trilby, we trust.